Good afternoon, sir. Before I'm going to discuss the topic that I had this afternoon, let me first introduce myself. My name is Anilyn Layol. A second year BE Ed students come from SEMMSI College Department. So, before I'm going to discuss my topic this afternoon, let me first read the objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students are able to identify flexible learning through online communications, synchronous, asynchronous modality. Describe flexible learning environment that enhances collaboration with the use of technology tool. Okay, the topic that I have this afternoon is all about online distance education and communities of learners. The online distance education and communities of learners has a four categories. The first one is distance learning, flexible learning, blended learning, and online communities of learning and social networking. Okay, let me first discuss this one by one. The first one is distance learning. Distance learning is a form of learning without face-to-face contact with the teacher and delivered by a telecommunication. The, the distance learning is no face-to-face involved. The teacher and the student use only a technologies to communicate each other. Flexible learning. Flexible learning is a method of learning where students are given freedom in how, what, when, and where they learn. Modes of flexible learning includes Moodle, Google Classroom, Edmodo, Schoology, and etc. Okay, when we talk about Moodle, Model stands for Modular Object Oriented Dynamic Environment. The second one is a Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a free service for teacher and student. It is an LMS platform that is accessible Google account. You can create classes and perform your roles and function as a facilitators or learners. The third one is a MOOCs. MOOCs stands for Massive Open Online Course. Okay, the second one is a blended learning. When we talk about blended learning, is a combination of learning activities wherein a part of the lesson is delivered online, while the other part is handled in actual physical setting of a classroom. Okay, when we say blended learning, it is a multiple learning by the teacher and learners. The best example of this is our Revalida. So the other output is actual actual use and submitted by the teachers on a face to face. Okay, kinds of blended learning. The first one is a face-to-face driver model. Face-to-face driver in face model that teachers deliver the curricula most of the time and utilizes online learning at a certain time or provide alternative experience. Second one is a rotation model. Rotation model in a particular course or subject students rotates a fixed schedule between learning online in 1-to-1. The third one is a flex model. Flex model This model is an online platform that delivers most of the course support to learning. Is provided as needed through on-site support or by an online tutor who facilitates a tutorial or small group session. The sessions can be arranged synchronous and asynchronous. Okay, what is synchronous? When we talk about synchronous refers to a learning event in which a group of students are engaging in learning at the same time. So, the students are able to engage with each other to have an activity. The second one is asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning is a general term used to describe forms of education, instructions, and learning that do not occur in the same place or at the same time. Number 4 model of blended learning is online lab model. The online model uses an online platform on delivering the course but located in physical classroom or computer laboratory. 5 is self-blended model. Self-blended model is a system provided by the school where the students can choose the courses they would like to have in addition to their typical bricks and mortar classroom classes. Okay, the third one is online communities of learning, social networking. Social networking, that's group of individuals who communicate and connect on a required basis of an individual has a personal network of connection. One can tap on the personal contacts for social, educational, or professional purposes. Okay, online communities. Online communities and have a difference between a social networking. Online communities is also called an internet community or web community. It is a community whose member interact with each other primarily by the internet. By the internet, members of the community usually share common interests. While social networking is the use of the internet based in social media to stay connected with friends, family, and etc. It is an online platform which people use to build social network or social relationship with other people who share similar personal or career interests, activities, background, or real life connection. Okay, social networking. The one example is when you have a friends in a different country, you have a friend a foreigner. You need to communicate by a social media. Okay, the advantage of social networking website. They provide information instantly at one's fingertip. It easily allows learners to continually connect as they collaborate to accomplish a task or homework using a social website. Okay, safeguarding oneself when engaging in social networking sites. A social networking account has password and login details. Save and keep them private. Okay, when you use your internet, You should provide your personal password, and don't be share it in a private. Number 2, log out every time you use public computers. When you use a computers in a public place, don't leave it without securing or without log out. Number 3, do not accept invites contact unless you know them personally. Number 4, you should accept friends and connections when you are sure of the person identity. It is important for us to be choosy what who who we are going to trusted and give our trust.